Hello friends, welcome back here. Criston Cole tells lies to Alicent about Aemond's alleged involvement in his condition and to the small folk about Aegon's success in combat to show how helpless he has become in the conflict. The battle at Rook's Rest has now been turned over to the dragons, as Cole states in episode 5 of season 2, with the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard being frightened by the charred remains and destruction. When Cole returns to King's Landing, the confusion and betrayal during the fight cause him to expose two very important details about what actually occurred at Rook's Rest, which leads to grave consequences. In the climax of episode 4 of season 2, Aegon Targaryen is almost dead from the battle at Rook's Rest, but the king narrowly survives in Regent. Cole parades Maely's head around King's Landing to celebrate their victory, but instead of the applause he expected, he encounters anxiety and suspicion about bad omens. He also tells a lie when he claims that Aegon killed the dragon, whereas in reality, Aemond was the one who murdered Rhaenys and Maely's. To exacerbate the situation, Criston won't tell Alicent the truth about what he witnessed and his suspicions regarding Aemond's involvement in Aegon's attack. To increase his legitimacy and support in King's Landing, Criston fabricates stories about Aegon's battle at Rook's Rest. It would still make sense for Criston to celebrate Aemond's victories at Rook's Rest given that he is Aegon's heir apparent to the Iron Throne, particularly in light of Rhaegar's superior strength and ability to protect the city. But because it is more crucial for the people to unite behind Aegon and support his might and claim over Rhaenyra in this conflict, Criston decides to portray Aemond's victory acts at Rook's Rest as Aegon's. In episode 5 of season 2, with Aegon critically ill, Criston fabricates a story about him killing Maely's to elevate Aegon's stature in the eyes of the common people. Furthermore, although the Greens conceal Aegon's actual fate from the realm, Criston's lying about him provides the impression that the king is actively pursuing victory in the battle. Criston has to lie not just to common people but also to the other noble households, lords, knights, and influential people who have sided with Aegon. Aegon runs the risk of losing the people's support and the allegiance of different houses to Rhaenyra if he is perceived as weak, incompetent, and generally incapable of ruling. In the first season of House of the Dragon, Viserys informs Rhaenyra that the truth does not matter, just the perception. Even if Criston doesn't explicitly inform Alicent that Aemond wasn't responsible for Aegon's condition, he nevertheless keeps his misgivings about the prince hidden. Criston has received obvious indications from Alicent that she thinks Aemond shared some of the blame and is afraid to put him in charge because of this. But instead of informing Alicent that he witnessed Aemond approach Aegon's corpse during the Battle of the House of the Dragon, take the Valyrian steel dagger, and brandish his sword, Criston just averts his eyes and says he cannot say if Aemond was involved. It would be dishonest to tell Alicent that he is positive that Aemond attempted to kill Aegon, but it would be cowardly to keep his suspicions to himself. Knowing how risky it is to risk Aemond's fury, Criston knows better than to expose this. Furthermore, much as Aemond earlier lied about Luke's death, it looks bad on Criston to acknowledge that his plan went wrong, that he lost control over Aemond, and that he was unable to defend his king. How does Criston deal with the fact that Aegon and Aemond will now kill each other for the crown when he is also involved in their upbringing and training? This is all for now. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.